summer of 2011, Thursdays at the Kauai Field School were dedicated to various lab activities such as mapping and artifact analysis. Our mapping activity consisted of compass and tape drawings of the lotus gardens down at Lawai Kai, located on Kauai Island. After calibrating one pace, we established a center transect by simply laying out a 50-meter tape in orientation with a magnetic course that fit the longest axis for the center of our map. Once our long transect had been set in the center of the desired map area, we established perpendicular angles to that transect. By plotting the distance, which was known by calibrating our pace, in perpendicular angles, we could simply walk out to desired objects and get a known distance in 1 meter increments along the transect.
Is that okay? Let's see what we're doing here. A little map making. What are we doing today?
We're doing some mapping of the Natural Botanical Gardens.
Beautiful. I'm weird that way too. I really think maps are works of art, and you guys have exceeded expectations. And that's the end of the map there. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is put your line so it's on the left corner of that grid.
And then I just find a spot on here.
Yeah.
What's next? 4? 6? And 10.
The following Thursday found us at the lab at the National Tropical Botanical Gardens, up at the top of the hill.
So if you're not quite finished yet, or if you're not sure about any labeling or anything, we need to do that now before anything moves, okay? And then once we do move, what we're going to ask you to do here in a minute is to move your seeds over here to the lightest corner, all right? We're going to move the, can we use this space?
Yes.
All right.
Put artifacts here or whatever.
Move the artifacts right here to where Dr. Hunt is, all right? We'll move the bird bones over to the other side of that same table. I'll have to figure out some way to cover that sink, all right? And
well, if they're finished with the stuff area, you can take that glass plate.
My batteries are low.
Oh no.
Okay, and then that would just leave the fish bones.
And Jesse's already set up right here.
You set up on that corner already? Sure. Okay. All right, is everybody pretty much ready for that, or you want to walk around and look at everybody else's stuff for a minute first? Let's do that. Well, it's still in order, and I wanted to direct your attention to a couple of things. We'll be covering this in a little more detail later, but just so that you can have a look at this and keep this in mind as you go around. We're going, of course, from the youngest material over here to the oldest material over here. The dividing line, where'd I stand? The dividing line, that is where we stop seeing human stuff, we've just now approached. Was there anything human in 3.3? Just gourd. Gourd is a floater, of course, so it contaminates every layer. We dated gourd that was deep down. It always comes out like 900 years old. Evanadina, which is a floater. Those are both things that can easily get in because they get air inside them and they dry out. And then the water may carry them into that layer as we're pumping down. So we've learned to be suspicious of those. How about the kui nut? You got possible pig. Okay, so we're probably right at the boundary of human arrival, right over here in this corner. An interesting transition comes somewhere along here. Where's the first level that had the Pichardia?
That was us.
Okay, what level is that?
3.1.
3.1, yeah, which is very typical. We don't see Pichardia palms anymore once we're seeing pretty clear evidence for humans and rats. So, interesting stratigraphic transition there. The other interesting transition, of course, another one comes back over here, somewhere around about, where was the shotgun shell?
2.2.
2.2, it was 1901. Remember, if you want to take that as a terminus post quem, where that's that layer, okay, is something in that range, okay.
We got our first cow, Cordia seed, yesterday at 3.3 or 3.4, something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we're starting to see a lot more diversity of seeds as well as birds as you get down. So circulate just for a few minutes. Okay, and if you want to take pictures or see what it looks like while they're still all together for a certain level, then we're gonna scramble them all up and reorder them by category. Okay?
What's happening? What are you doing?
Going through some fishbone, picking out the identifiable versus the unidentifiable. So,
Anything you can tell us about these piles?
this is all an identifiable bone. So, as you can see, there's a lot more than the identifiable. Got some cool things. This is Acantharid tang, so surgeon fish. It's namesake. We got some pufferfish spines. Cool. Tuna scale. Jackfish upper jaw.
Wow.
So it's cool. Still has a tooth in it.
Damn, that's a pretty big fish, huh?
Yeah.
What would be the guesstimate size for that?
I don't really know. It's tough. You can do it by vertebrae sometimes, but I mean, I don't know.
A small-bodied fish can have a really big mouth.
Could be, or it could just be a big fish.
Alright, on.
So, and then we've got a part of a parrotfish jaw right here. So they got this nice beak, so they can break up the coral.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Finding some good stuff. Yep. Alright, on. Carry on.
Okay, Jesse.